This is Alex from NBATipoff.com, and today we're going to talk about the Miami Heat. Miami Heat obviously lost Game 1 of the NBA Finals to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they're trying to regroup and, of course, win Game 2 in OKC tonight. So what do they need to do differently from Game 1 to win Game 2? They need to finish quarters better. They need to have a more balanced scoring attack. And from that balanced scoring attack, they can then have consistent intensity on both ends. OKC was plus 21 in the last 2 minutes of quarters in Game 1. And for Miami to get some momentum and also just make statements throughout the different quarters of the game, they need to finish quarters a lot better. At least winning some of the quarters. Oklahoma City was, plus 4 in most of the quarters, and they were plus 5 in one of them in the last 2 minutes. And that's just not going to cut it. Miami Heat have to make the end of quarters strong for them. They have to build momentum that goes from, let's say, the end of the first quarter to the start of the second quarter, and that will start to just get them confident. They need to sustain their confidence, and even just when they're lacking in the confidence, they need to try to rally in those last bits of the quarter so that they can have a mental ease to them, and then start to execute at a high level, championship level, come that next quarter, and then they can try to sustain that throughout the game as best as they can, trying to withstand the Thunder runs, and then they'll be much better off, and they'll definitely have a better shot, be right there to win the game. They only lost by 11. They were really close, and they played a great first half, and so really finishing those quarters will help them confident-wise. It will give them the mental ease and they'll help them remember that they have the ability. And it'll also show the Thunder that they're not here to let them win. This is not theirs to win. This is Miami's to win. And that's what they want to show, and that's why they have to finish the quarters better. And now, the scoring balance. The Heat had 5 guys in double figures in Game 1, which is really not bad for this team. But the thing is, guys like Mario Chalmers need to score a bit more. He had about 12 points, and that's not going to cut it for Mario Chalmers. In the Heat's recent performances and the Heat's wins, he's putting up more points. He's more of a scoring guard. He really needs to put the ball in the basket and put his imprints on these games. I want to see Mario Chalmers have the ability to defend whoever he's got to defend on the defensive end for the Thunder, but then, more importantly, I think for the Heat, as far as Mario Chalmers is concerned, he's got to put the ball in the basket. He has to make those quick drives and those slide layups and things like that, and also hit the threes. He's got to do a little bit better job. 12 points, not bad at all, but I'm looking for more from him in Game 2. And also, role players like Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller, they combined for about 6 points in the whole game, and that's just not going to cut it. Those specific guys, maybe you're not looking for double figures every game, let alone one game, but you got to have more consistency and more of an offensive liveliness to the team, because I think that the Heat had a nice first half. They had Shane Battier rolling. LeBron was doing his thing. He finished with 30, but they have to have a consistent offensive rhythm. That way, they can, and also the balance within the rhythm. It can't just be a LeBron James, Dwayne Wade jump shot, show. It has to be balanced. There has to be guys like Chalmers, guys like Mike Miller hitting a three, and guys like Udonis Haslem getting an offensive rebound and putting it back for a putback. It has to be a little bit balanced as well as fluid, as well as consistent. So that's what the Heat need to develop in Game 2. And also, when you balance the offense, you get guys like Mario Chalmers going, you get Udonis Haslem a couple offensive rebounds and some offensive second chance points, then I think you'll see the Heat sustain defensive intensity. I think in Game 1, when you saw the first half, they were all right. They were getting some buckets. Shane Battier was hitting a lot of threes. It was nice. But then, when you saw the second half, you started seeing some missed shots, and you saw the Thunder get out on the break a lot more. And then the Thunder got in rhythm, and they hit mid-range jump shots, and they were consistent throughout the second half. And so, if the Heat can kind of limit the Thunder's breaks by making some shots offensively and having a balanced offensive attack, that's going to make it that much easier for them to get back on defense and make it that much tougher for the Thunder. So I think those are the keys. One more time, they've got to finish the quarters better, especially the last 2 minutes of quarters. Miami's got to try to win those last 2 minutes. And also, they need to have a balanced scoring attack. Guys like Chalmers need to score more. Guys like Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller need to have some kind of offensive presence, more than 6 points combined. And lastly, the consistent intensity on both ends from the Miami Heat must be better. They got to make shots and then get back on defense, and then just do it all over again. And they're going to miss shots. The Thunder are going to make shots. Yeah, they're not going to be perfect throughout the whole game, but they need to have a more consistent intensity in order to really try to do their best. And so that's what I'm looking for Game 2 if Miami wants to win this one. And they really do. It'd be great to win this one. They got 3 games back at home in Miami. And so we'll see tonight. And post your comments and questions down below. What do you think the Miami Heat need to do to win Game 2? What do you think they did good in Game 1? What's the key? What's the key for Miami's winning Game 2? And also, please click like, share, and subscribe to these videos to hear more about the NBA Finals and more about the NBA in general and basketball in general. And I thank you for your time for watching, and I'll see you later.